So, if time zero didn't get your attention, then maybe this scientific conundrum will. Back in the early 1900s, new mathematical formulas began to blossom in science labs everywhere. It was like a garden of numbers with fractal blooms and calculus petals. It was beautiful because it increased our understanding of the world and offered better explanations of the history and future of our universe. For one, we clarified some shaky details about the atom. The atom is a peculiar little thing, and even today it has some baffling behaviors, but we will get to that later. What we figured out was that the atom was composed of practically nothing, mostly empty space, but in the center there was this lump of positive charge, and on the outside were negative little bits orbiting at 4,921,260 miles per hour, which is fast enough to circle the Earth in 18 seconds. When a charge is moving in the presence of an oppositely charged particle, electricity is generated, and an electric current produces a magnetic field. It is this magnetic field that gives atoms or matter its goomph. It's what allows you to touch something. The magnetic field of the atoms that make up your body senses the magnetic field of the atoms that make up an object. Another discovery during the early years of the 20th century was Einstein's famous equation E equals mc squared, which was originally written as m equals E divided by c squared. This shows that matter is a function or property of energy. In other words, energy and matter are not two separate things, but different versions of one thing. And the speed of light unites them. Let me explain. First, a quick review. Matter is made of atoms and have magnetic fields. Movement of these clumps of atoms require energy. So energy, generally speaking, is what causes matter to change its position, or in other words, to be in motion. Energy is not really something you can experience without the presence of matter. And in fact, just like the dual nature of electricity and magnetism, you can't have one without the other. Matter produces energy, and energy changes matter. So the speed of light unites the two, because light energy, as well as all electromagnetic waves, such as X-rays, infrared, and UV, are emitted from the electromagnetism of the atoms in matter. The strange thing is that light energy is completely different from all other energy forms in one very important way. Once created, these waves can exist without matter, and having been freed from the clunky nature of matter, they can travel at the speed of light. Essentially, E equals mc squared brings everything together. It's like saying that everything comes from one thing, whatever that one thing is. Stay tuned for the next video that has more evidence for E equals mc squared called wave-particle duality.